here we are with another Music Monday, and it's crazy, man, because I swear every single week you guys continue to give more and more support on my channel. The last reaction I did of Pisces by Ginger, y'all, I mean, in a respectful way, you guys kind of berated me because I didn't realize that there was only one singer, but guys, you have to understand that a lot of this music you're sending to me I've never heard before, so I'm just going off of a whim. I don't think there was really any negative comments, but I thought it was funny that everybody was kind of correcting me, and then you guys all wanted me to watch a different version. I think it was the live version, but I just listened to it on the Apple Music app on my computer. So yeah, didn't know which version to choose, didn't know that there was one singer. So there was one dude in the comments that was like, that's actually a compliment to Tatiana, is that her name? I don't fucking know. But saying that's actually a compliment to her because she's worked so hard to get her voice that low. And that's honestly, now that you guys have given me that information, that's just very surprising that she as a woman is able to make her voice sound like that, because I was thoroughly convinced that there was a dude in the band that was doing that rumbling, that growling part. So yeah, like I said, this experience for me on Music Monday has been just a lot of learning for these artists, for these bands that you have been sending. I didn't know much about Ronnie Radke. I knew some. A lot of people have informed me about that, and so that is a nice segue to today's Music Monday, because on the Popular Monster video, and then I did I'm Not a Vampire Revamped, a lot of you guys told me to go down the rabbit hole of Losing My Mind, and then Losing My Life, and then Drugs, in that order. So today I'm gonna do Losing My Mind by Falling in Reverse. Now I'm gonna watch the video, and I know a lot of you guys, and in most popular reactions on YouTube for music, they'll include the video along while they're watching it. And I don't know how to do that when I'm editing, so maybe I'll do some research and be able to figure it out, but no guarantee. But I'm gonna watch the video, so I'm just gonna react to that as to what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. But from what I've heard so far, from the two choices that I did of Falling in Reverse, like, they were very good, and I was very impressed by Ronnie. And a lot of people have said that, you know, he's kind of cleaned his act up and he's turned his life around. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think he has a kid, he has a daughter, I'm not entirely sure. Again, maybe I shouldn't be talking, man, because you guys are going to correct me either way. But yeah, let's get into it. We're going to listen to Losing My Mind by Falling in Reverse. Wait a minute.
I got the motherfucking world in my palm now. Don't tell me to calm down. Striking a magic night and travel. I'm typing the captain's on now. Grab Casanova, we're catching us over. In the back of a rover, six pack in a backpack, and I'm cracking them open. Sifting, I'm trapped in a moment. Open your eyes. And then I'm ready to know what connects to my realize. Everybody's always gonna bring up my past. My past that. Angels up in my backpack on the NASDAQ with a bad rap. So I'm not ready to change. I'm doing my thing. Your boy take the blame. You know I'm not ready to choose. So don't get confused. Stay the hell out of my way. Why do you play? You're losing your mind, losing your mind.
Must I say, no homo here, but Ronnie Radke looks good without a shirt on and all those tattoos. He's a buff guy. Looks like he's been in the gym. First interpretation here with 1 minute and 2 seconds in. I don't really care for Ronnie to be rapping. I would like for him to stick to his roots of more of the hardcore stuff, singing and growling and getting aggressive. But the hook is actually really pleasant to hear. It's odd. This song doesn't sound at all like I'm Not a Vampire Revamped or Popular Monster. This sounds more like techno. And so it looks like this song came out like 3 years ago, right? Like 2018. So maybe they were just experimenting with a different sound. Not that I hate it. I don't know. It's hard for, like, let's say, I'm trying to think if there's any other examples. I don't know. MGK did the shift from being a rapper, and he went over and started doing more singing, more song bass songs, like creating songs that didn't sound like rap. So I'm not saying that it's impossible to switch lanes, but I think if you're good at something, I think you should probably stick to it. And not hating Ronnie or Falling in Reverse for trying out a different sound. I'm just saying, for me, like, I don't like this version of Ronnie. But the context about, there's a line in there where he says, people always want to bring up my past. So again, you guys were kind of telling me, getting addicted to drugs, some of the things that Ronnie had went through. That is kind of tough, being in the spotlight, making a career where people are judging your every move, because, like, we all make mistakes as humans. But when you're famous, when you're out for the public to decipher your work, decipher your music, you make yourself instantly more vulnerable, because people are going to constantly be judging what you do. And anytime you mess up, it's blown almost out of proportion. Not saying that what he did, that it wasn't wrong, because I'm sure it was. But if you're famous, it's almost like you get more of a backlash from people, because everybody knows you, or your fans know you, the people that hate you know you, and so you're just getting all this criticism from different people. And that's one of the things, I don't know if any of you guys that are watching these Music Mondays are familiar with Mac Miller, but that's like one of my biggest inspirations ever. And so if you haven't checked out any of his work, I will give you a suggestion. Listen to some Mac Miller. But when he died back in 2018 in September, but that whole year prior, like the year of 2018, after him and Ariana Grande broke up, he was in a rough spot, and he crashed his, I think he had a Range Rover. He crashed it into a pole when he was driving drunk one night. And, it's just like the media, the paparazzi, and especially since he was dating Ariana Grande, who is a huge name across the globe, they were questioning him about what was going on. And I can only imagine the amount of pressure that adds to the situation. And there was an interview that Mac Miller did with Zane Lowe, so maybe I'll link that up, after he released his last album, Swimming, before he died. And he was talking about it on air with Zane Lowe, about how, it's so hard for me I already have my own feelings, emotions, and my thoughts towards what has gone on between my breakup and the shit that I did in public where I crashed my car. But then there's this other element to it where you start to consider or look at, like, other people's opinions. And even I'm not famous, but me getting on YouTube, looking at your guys' comments, is scary, man. Because I have yet to really have a negative comment, but it's like, you can't let those things get to you. So trying to relate this, because I'm kind of going on a rant here, but bringing this back to Ronnie, Mac Miller, anybody on YouTube, anybody putting their shit out there for other people to look at, like, you have to be able to, one, you gotta accept the fact that you're gonna make mistakes, but you need to be open to criticism and know that that's coming. So it's cool to see Ronnie sort of coming out on the other side of all of his issues, and I think he's addressing that in this song. One of the lyrics about, everybody wants to talk about my past. Well, what the fuck, motherfucker? Let's talk about what I'm doing now. So, good start.
Hardships, living darkness, to the mud and to the marshes. My reputation is tarnished, but regardless, I am awesome. So the gossip from my lockup go colossal. Then I blossom to the boss of this rock stuff, and I'm never gonna stop till the cops come. What I'm really trying to say is, say it to my face, and if you won't stay the fuck out my way. Rockin' shows, rockin' low, stocking low. I'm wait for the music, the essence of music, I'm with the fusion of both. I'm not ready to change. I'm doing my thing. Point me the way. You know I'm not
This dude fucking ripped. What the fuck? Is that blood? It's like black. It's like tar. So that is Losing My Mind by Falling in Reverse, and I think I got pretty much everything I needed to. I was worried about not having lyrics on the screen because I like to follow along with the lyrics, but kind of follows that same theme I was talking about in the beginning. Is, you know, at some point in there he said something about his reputation being tarnished, and again, I just think, you know, with everything that he's been through, people are so quick to judge and to try and attack your character when we're all humans. We all have flaws. You know, I'm from Iowa, so I don't know if any of you guys watching know about the Carson King guy that was at a Iowa Hawkeyes college football game, and he had a sign, like a poster up about people Venmoing him for money or whatever, or for beer, and he ended up making a shit ton of money off of it, and then he donated all of it or some of it, or I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but I know he donated that money to the Iowa Children's Hospital. But then after that happened, even though that good act that he did, I think there was a journalist or a bunch of people from like the Des Moines Register that went back through his Twitter feed like when he was like 16 years old and found a few tweets that were, I don't know if they were maybe they were something about being racist. I don't remember, but they were some tweets that he had made, and you know, they focused in on those tweets that he made when he was 16 years old. Like, he's just a kid, and we've all said some stupid shit, and especially when we're younger. That's the benefit to getting older and having age on your side, is you're more wise. You have more wisdom to give to other people. And so I didn't really care for the rapping, like I said. I really actually loved the chorus. Ronnie sounded really good in the chorus. I'd like to see more of their hard stuff. That's what I like Falling in Reverse to do. Not to say that this is a bad song, but I just didn't really care for him to rap. After listening to this, I really have more of a appreciation for Ronnie Radke, you know, because it is very terrible. Like, the world that we live in today, especially with all of our business, not even famous people, but us on social media, we have like put all of our business, our whole lives out there for other people to dissect, to comment, to have an opinion on. And I mean, you just gotta feel bad for this guy. Although, again, I think he's like turned his life around. He's moving in a positive direction. But it's like, no matter how far he climbs or how far he tries to move on from his past, it's like people want to fixate on that and condemn him like he's some demonic person. And it's like, dude, like, let the guy fucking move on. Like, he's making some really good music and Falling in Reverse. Like, I guess I just didn't know this was happening, so I'm super thankful that you guys have turned me on to Falling in Reverse, because I've really enjoyed all three picks so far. So I didn't really care for him to be rapping, but it sounded nice. The chorus is the thing that I enjoyed the most. But then even kind of the storytelling, just listening to Ronnie kind of open up about his feelings towards other people, like, yo, like, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want because I deserve that. And we all deserve that. Like, I have such a hard time caring about what other people think, and that's been one of the most challenging things with this YouTube channel is, like, you know, I'm putting out these videos, I'm talking, and I'm very, like, there's sometimes, I wouldn't say like I'm very anxious, but just self-conscious about what I'm saying and how you guys are going to interpret it. So it affects everybody differently, and I just admire the fact that Ronnie's gotten himself to a point where, you know, I guess maybe he's just dealing with fame and adversity in a more respectful manner. So anyways, that's all I got for this Music Monday. Again, thank you guys so much for the support. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, every time I turn on to YouTube, and again, I know I should be paying attention to this stuff, but it's kind of hard not to when you're just starting out on YouTube. And I think I finally found a niche or an area where I can excel in. So it's like every time I pop on here, more and more views, more and more comments, more and more subscriptions. So I am thrilled to continue this. I am thrilled to give you guys my most honest, thoughtful opinions about these music choices. But hopefully we can diversify it. I want to get into some rap. I kind of want to show you guys what I'm into, but for now, I'm up for it. These have been great choices and have really given me a lot of insight into these sorts of bands in that genre. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please like the video. Please tell a friend. Make some suggestions. You can find me on Instagram at pootsiemama. Maybe I'll put that in the video as well. So yeah, just hit me up wherever and give me some choices so we can keep this up for another 50 weeks, another year. Who knows? I don't know how long we're going to be doing this, but we're just going to keep going. So anyways, thank you guys so much. All right. See you on the next one.